In this video, traders, we are going to revisit the cold shower. Does the cold shower equal better trading? Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Alright, so forgive the title, cold shower equals better trading, but bear with me. Now, those of you around the world know that maybe it's a year ago now, I can't remember, I did a video talking about a cold shower, and this is well off topic with trading. People are diving into the video going, what is this clown on about? What's he talking about, a cold shower? But actually, some of you guys went ahead and did the cold shower challenge. So very briefly, the cold shower challenge was this. You were to have a cold shower every single day and have it on for 1 minute. So we're not talking about a 10-minute shower. This is a very simple 1-minute shower. Set the timer, count down in your head, full cold, no warming it, heating it whatsoever, straight in on a full cold shower. Now, they kind of talked in that video about loads of the health benefits for it. There's loads of health reasons why that's a good thing to do. I want to put that to one side for now. That's by the by. To me, that's an added bonus. There's a reason why I'm still doing the cold shower every day, and there's a reason why many of you are still doing the cold shower every day. And it comes down to discipline. So the big thing about the cold shower, which is why it's such a good parallel with trading, guys, if you are struggling with discipline, and many of us do, we go through cycles of being very good, then we break our rules, we overtrade this, and it's the number one thing to deal with time and time again, and come with little ideas, different quirks, different tips, different ways of becoming more disciplined, stopping the overtrading, stopping the FOMO, being able to pull the trigger, not breaking the rules, all this kind of stuff. This cold shower is a really good tool. Well, I think it is. Some people may disagree, but why is it such a good tool? Okay, so when you're in the shower, and you said to yourself, right, I am going to have a cold shower for 30 days, for 90 days. In my case, it's every single day. I don't have a time limit. I want to stick to it every single day. When you get in the shower, you are being disciplined to stick to a routine. It's easy at the beginning to fall back into your old routines. You go in, you have a shave, you shampoo your hair, you wash yourself, whatever else you do. You get out, we have a routine, we kind of do it on autopilot, especially in the morning if you're tired. It kind of makes you think, hey, I need to stick to a new routine. I'm changing things here. So the kind of hardwired in the brain of our usual routine doesn't involve turning that knob to cold, but in actual fact, now we must remember to do that. So it's exercising the muscle of saying, right, I have said I'm going to do something, whether it's 1 minute a day for the next 30 days, 90 days, whatever it may be. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be that far. You could do 5 days, right? And I'm going to stick to it. So just by doing that, forget about the cold shower, forget about anything. The fact that you're just doing something you say you're going to do is exercising the discipline muscle. It's keeping you aligned with your values, keeping you aligned with saying, hey, when I say something, I do it. Now that means in the trading arena, when you say something, you're more likely to do it. Great, that's the first thing. The second thing is, nobody wants to have the cold shower. Now you kind of get to learn to enjoy it actually after a time, and it's nice, but initially, if you are nice and warm and you're going into the shower, the last thing you want to do is smash that knob right onto full cold and have it beating down your face. Because actually, in the day, the pressure's higher as well. It is on mine anyway. When I crank the shower right up to cold, it is blasting full pressure. If I'm at the gym, the shower again, very much more pressure when it's on full cold. Anyway, the point is this, guys. In your mind, you don't want to do it. For a split second, you're like, oh, it's going to be really cold, and it's going to really be cold. I don't want to. You sort of whinging to yourself, and your inner voice is like whimpering away, going, oh, I don't want to do it, don't want to do it. And you know it's going to be painful for a very short period of time. You know it is. Getting blasted with cold water, icy cold water, isn't a pleasant experience initially, and you know this. So you have this internal conflict. And by the way, this gets so much easier, guys, the more you do it. Like trading. See the parallels we're getting with now? It gets so much easier to do the right thing, do the thing you say you're going to do. So initially, like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And you have that internal conflict. Then eventually when you do it, bang, you're going to get short-term pain. You're going to get that icy water blasted in your face, all over your body, making you cold. But you know the reason you're doing this is for long-term gain. So again, thinking back to the parallel with trading, I need to cut this trade now and it's painful, and why can't I cut it? Why is it stopping me from cutting it? Well, the long-term gain is the short-term pain. Do the right thing now for long-term success. Don't take the extra trade today. Do not overtrade today, because the short-term pain, in inverted commas of you, not doing this means that you're going to get a bigger gain further down the line. So this cold shower thing is exactly the same. You've got that short-term pain, but you know it's exercising the discipline muscle, you do what you say you're gonna do, and all the health benefits as well. And the other thing, guys, is that actually it's the reason why I'm doing kind of follow-up video for this. I'm also interested to see how many of you are doing the cold shower challenge. Are you still cold showering? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't done the challenge yet, go and do it. It's well worth doing. It's something that is just small, and it seems such a meaningless thing. I get it, a cold shower, who cares? But there's so many parallels with trading, it's uncanny. And you will become a more clear thinking, disciplined trader the more you do this. Because you are doing something you don't particularly want to do. It's not pleasant, but you know that it's your long-term gain. And it's such a good exercise for discipline, guys. The final thing is the ability to calm down under stress. This is something I heard recently. I think it was on a podcast. A kind of an expert in the brain and was talking about, you know, being calm under stress and being able to gather your thoughts again. I was thinking again back to trading, how very often we get stressed in a position, we get stressed, the market's moving around, and our ability to bring ourselves back to focus, concentrate on what we're doing and trade is the difference between winning and losing some days. And it's the difference between going on tilt and not. And so when we are in a situation where we have icy cold water hitting us, immediately, you know, we gasp for breath. It's like the natural response. The heart rate starts to pick up. We're gasping for breath. You know, there's a physiological response to it, and you can go and Google it and find out all the things. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like if you fall into icy water, you've got this physiological like gasp reflex, and so it's getting control of that as quick as you can. And actually, the more you do the cold shower, you find that gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. When you first do it, it gets you bang, you're like, you know, you feel like you're in a little bit of shock, you've been hit, your body's in sort of physical shock, not true shock, but you get the point, you're shocked with the temperature. And as you get more and more accustomed to it, you start to be able to be quicker to gather your breathing, gather your thoughts, think about things. And yes, the shower hasn't changed in temperature, but you're getting better at dealing with stressful situations. I appreciate this is a different type of stress than sitting there down a lot in the day. You're battling, you're fighting, you don't seem to be getting anywhere with your trading, but it's the same type of thing. It's been able to get hold of it, take control of the situation, calm down your breathing, calm down everything, and then look at what you're doing and appreciate what you're doing, and then make a decision with a lot more clarity than a panic decision. So good things, guys. Only good things come out of it. I recommend it. I think it's a really good thing. Discipline, sticking to the routine, short-term pain in exchange for long-term gain, ability to calm down under stress is a good one. And let me just tell you one thing. When you get to the point where you have discipline and you know you're always going to do what you say you're going to do. If you go in there and say, I'm going to have a cold shower, and you're to the point now where you'll never not do that, if you say something, you always do it. It's interesting how the chimp in you, and if you've read the, I can't remember, the chimp paradox, you know about the chimp inside you and the lizard brain and stuff. He'll try to trick you in other ways. And this is where it gets interesting in trading as well. You'll go in and he'll try to forget that you were going to have a cold shower, that you're on a cold shower. And so you end the end of your shower, blah, blah, and then you might get out and go, and you might just remember, I didn't have on cold. I didn't have on cold. Well, get back in then and do it. And you have to get back in and do it. And it's interesting how the mind, instead of a chimp fighting you, because maybe the chimp goes, well, actually, if I fight this guy, I never win. He always overrules me. He always says I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I can't win that way. I can't win by kind of going head to head with him. So what I'll do is I'll be quiet and see if I can make him forget, go back to his old habit of not putting into cold, and see if he'll forget. But of course, you know, again, you've got to look out for all these different angles, all these different ways that your mind potentially is tricking you into old habits, into habits that aren't serving you in your trading as well. You know, you might forget that you're only supposed to take 3 trades a day. You might forget that you're only going to align yourself with a long side on these trades. You might forget. So if you break the rule, always go back and redo it. So if you take a trade, for example, that you weren't supposed to take, it's not too late. Close the trade and say, I said I wasn't going to take these type of trades, and I am not. Close. That is still taking control of the situation. You may have taken it, and hopefully you get into a point where you won't take those trades. But if you do get into a situation where you've gone over the market, you haven't done what you said you're going to do, you can still recover it in that moment by closing the trade and saying, I said I wasn't going to take the 5th trade on the day. I have 4 trades in, I've taken the 5th, I'm closing it regardless. Done for the day, off. Or whatever the scenario may be. So there's lots of parallels, guys. Let me know if you're doing it in the comment section up below. This is the kind of thing that we'll talk about, not cold showers, obviously, and the best shower gels, but generally improving discipline, improving mindset, improving focus. It's something I've been doing for a long period of time. Let me know how you're getting on. Take care. Bye-bye.